Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included in the Ultimate Base 3.0. I'm tuning in right here because our steam rocket actually arrived on Glowani in order to deliver the ethanol. Now I did not actually expect it to arrive this quickly, but here we go. I was just about to go into this room in order to set up another aqua tuner. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, the Ratbolt engine should still be on its merry way to Koldito. So those are our two projects for today. It looks as though I have 0 aluminium left here. Yeah, we'll have to build this with gold, but that is not really an issue. Now, I should have sent over some more steel. Looks like it did not arrive just yet. Yeah, we'll have to remodel this quickly, but I fear it's not going to be done before the next daytime. Maybe we should go ahead and prioritize this. I would like this room to be done first, and then we can take care of everything that requires the ethanol piping. Whoop, I think I need to do one thing here. Yeah, this should not be grounded. No, sir, no, because I want my guys to actually sleep here. And by guys, I mean Gossman, you take that and that table, please. And maybe I want to make sure this is also regulated on the other thing here. Yeah, this is unassigned. One of that should belong to Turner. And then Turner actually took the ladder bed, so this should belong to Ellie. Okay, good. They got their stuff sorted. I temporarily halted the flow of hot items that are actually incoming. I wanted to avoid any accidents because there's already quite hot water in there. And I don't want it to evaporate necessarily. But here we go, Gossman, as usual, is a true help. I did not expect him to be that much of a help when I first printed him. Wonderful, there's my second thermo aqua tuner. To build this, we'll have to gain access from somewhere else. Let's say from here, once this one is built. A little bit complicated, but it's gonna be fine in the end. Okay, nice. At least the loop is already going for it. It is just using the bypass now. What we have to do is set up a pipe here. And the second aqua tuner, I'm never gonna bypass. So if we lead it through the first aqua tuner, we're also gonna lead it through the second aqua tuner. And we'll have to consider that when setting the temperatures. And in this case, I think we can just exit this way and then we still have the right distribution. We don't need priority over the one or other thing. All we need to do is prevent things from going back into the aqua tuners again. And this way, that wouldn't happen. I'm not going to need the cabling for the second aqua tuner. That is just going to be turned on constantly. Let's set this to, let's say, 28 or so degrees. Might be a little bit close. Let's just do 30, above 30. Then we want to lead it through the aqua tuners. And if we unpause right now, what is happening? Ooh, looks like we have... Yeah, I need this aqua tuner to heat things up again. Okay, Hassan, now you need to close this. Okay, and then open that one up instead. Now they can build the second aqua tuner and the loop should be running again. Come on, pretty please, do me the favor. Are you running? No, wait. I almost forgot about the cabling. Come on, Gossman, do me the favor. I want to see this finished. Yes, cable, thank you. And now you wrap this up. But yeah, I'm actually really glad you can do things like that and fix your errors. I guess we don't need that connection now anymore. Well, we'll see. I'm just gonna leave it there and now we'll focus on the other part here. We want to get the ethanol out and actually make use of it depending on our current power situation. So I would imagine as long as we have hydrogen gases available, we're gonna prioritize those. But then at a certain point, we want to prioritize the ethanol. For now, we're just gonna bring it down here into a bunch of liquid reservoirs. Now, I believe I have 18 tons, so we're gonna need 4 reservoirs. And we're gonna fill them up like so. And we're gonna take out the liquid like so. And all they need to do is kind of move over into the baum. So maybe if we just open this up, we're gonna get in enough chill to actually cool things down. All we need is about 2 generators. Looks like I need a bit more space, but then we can also get cooling from the bottom. So 2 generators go right there. That means I don't need the cooling from the side here. I will also set up a little drain here so we can get rid of the polluted water. It is then gonna freeze over here and then there will be a lot of carbon dioxide, but this carbon dioxide can just move past, I think. Now, there might be a problem with not having enough gases to actually get the cooling effect. But we'll always have some polluted water here on the ground, cooling them down as soon as they start working, so I shouldn't worry too much. Another thing I wondered, as long as I have Gossman here, is he capable of actually demolishing things? It looks as though it is, because that was bothering me for a long time. You know, that's now really interesting. Some packets are being ignored, but they have a fluent flow in the beginning and also when they come out. But I suspect it is because of this intersection here, meaning if we have the clear priority, this wouldn't happen. So considering that, I'm gonna make my way in here and we're gonna make this connection instead of this one here. This is gonna give the second aqua tuner priority. Before I forget, where's my rocket? 1.2 cycles. Okay, this is gonna get a little bit stressful now. Jeez, imagine doing this without the pause function. There is the pipe and we put back the tile immediately. We should be golden. Just before I forget, disconnect this guy. Wonderful. Okay, nice. Though now we have another issue I didn't think about. So I guess now when we reach the temperature, then it's gonna stop and it will have the space to move on. Let's test that. So we swap the signal and then this is happening. Okay, that's interesting. And then the temperature changes again and then this is happening. Okay, I can live with that. I mean, nothing wrong about that. Scientific Explorer is gonna hit the orbit in 0.5 cycles. In the meantime, I think everything else is working. So now we're also just waiting for the petroleum to be unloaded. Actually, everything else is built. Even the liquid reservoirs are already in place. Nice. Maybe before I forget, let's now set up these two petroleum generators. We will need to hook them up to power, obviously. Let's do it this way. I always like it to be more straight and logical in that regard. And then of course the ethanol is gonna go in here. Okay guys, are we ready for that? Moment of truth is almost here. We will send the duplicants down with the Trailblazer module, and the first thing they need to do is set up a rocket platform, a bunch of ladders. And then I see a bright future ahead of Koldito. Okay, here we go. Here we are. It just arrived. Wonderful. Let's have a look inside. I want to make sure they equip their suits first. That one would go to Ellie, and we have a much higher durability one, which is gonna go to who? Turner. Wonderful. This should technically give us enough time to do some initial building. Let's go ahead, set this to Ellie and this one to Turner. We're gonna deploy Ellie first. Let's set up the rocket platform somewhere around here. So I'm gonna land her there. Then we're also deploying Turner, though I might have to first remove the lander here. Let's do that. She should be taking care of that immediately. And of course also deconstruct the Trailblazer module. Let's do this. Turner, deploy. You're gonna go right there. And here he is. Let's also deconstruct this guy. Turner is with us. Okay, now we need to build a rocket platform as soon as this is over. Let's maybe set up some more space here. And then as soon as we got that, we got our rocket platform as well. Wonderful. Let's set that up here. Next up, we're gonna need some granite. I'm gonna snatch it from here, then make my way down here in order to get some more. And this should then allow us to build some ladders. I'm already gonna make sure we build enough ladders. And with that out of the way, I want my rocket to land again. Let's try that. Change destination. You are gonna land right there. There she is. Nice. And look at that. It's already enough. Now that was probably a little bit hot. Hopefully they are not taking damage. Actually, no, it's just the radiation. Okay. Yeah, I think I might want to move them away while the rocket is landing. Go, 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 go. Okay, that was a huge dose. Ellie just absorbed 120 rats there. Guys, you have to be a little bit more careful about this. Ellie is now going to sleep. Okay, let's make sure she unequips the suit, though might be that the suit is broken already. And this one is grounded as well. Man, I need to be more careful about the grounded situation. Another thing that would be nice to have is an infrastructure of solar panels. I got myself a bunch of glass on the ship that we can use for that. And then I should also have some more aluminium ore to do something with. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have plenty of aluminium ore, and we're gonna get started with 4 of these panels. And I guess I'm just gonna connect it as such. Should be fine. I'm just gonna do a tiny little bit of building before we send the rocket back. There's actually another thing I would want to do, which is an automatic dispenser to leave some materials here. Let's just drop them there. We're gonna tell all and sweep only, make this priority 1. We then have a look inside the rocket and we want to basically drop everything we have in here. Not Wait, what did I take with me? I took nothing with me here. No, wait. Ah, I totally forgot. Everything is on the floor here. Okay, so we want to pick that up as well. It's important to me that all the materials get shipped out, so they remain here and later I can use them as building materials. I also would like to see a targeting beacon here. We provide this with power, but we also decide when it should be active, because most of the time we will not be needing to send something over. In the meantime, on Gloani, are we done? Is the thing going for it? No, not really. But the rocket is certainly hooked up. We just need to decide what we want to extract, which is going to be ethanol, and there it goes. We should be good with the temperatures here, except maybe it is even a little bit too cold. No, looks okay. If we have a heat shield here somewhat and just connect to the cold biome with the petroleum generators, we should be fine. Okay, now I just have to wait for this to be extracted and Gossman will be able to return home. Let's check back at Koldito. We are still bringing out the materials right now, and I think at a certain point the atmosuits are probably empty. Can I check that? Unequip that suit? No, actually that still has a high durability and 20 kilograms of oxygen left. What about Ellie's atmosuit? 25% durability and about the same amount of oxygen. Okay, let's have a look at the temperatures here. They are fine, as well as the radiation levels. Well, I mean, the thing is, if we want to actually do some real building here with a rocket stationary, then we need to remodel the rocket to do the atmosuits automatically. So instead of this interior, it's going to be something like this with the atmosuits and everything attached. Just so that we can make a good living to set up the infrastructure for all the iron volcanoes. Good, with this initial build out of the way and the solar panels ready to be set up, I think I'm gonna do this. We need to fly back, remove the Trailblazer modules. We're gonna exchange one with an oxygen module, which is gonna give us plenty of time to set up a bunch of infrastructure, maybe even get started disassembling some of the planetoid. But yeah, I don't think I want to expose them to radiation more than necessary. Just one duplicant is going to be necessary to do this, but we had to initially set it up. So now it's time to go back to Vivani. And we are all ready and set. Acknowledge the warnings and begin the launch sequence. Turner, wait, why, what are you doing? It doesn't really look like they want to do it. Why can't they go back here? Let me cancel that launch. Go. How can you not go inside the rocket? Okay. Now they are inside the rocket. Now we begin the launch sequence. No! Why are they going out? They are not listed in the crew anymore. This is so weird. Okay. Oh, jeez, man. What a stress. I think they got unlisted when I sent them back with the Trailblazer module. Okay, wonderful. They are going for it. Look at this. Amazing. Okay, I'm glad they are now flying back. That's that. Let's have a look at Gloani. What is happening here? How far are we in the process? Still a lot of ethanol to unload, but we should have our generators in place. And of course, they are just going nuts. What was I thinking? I forgot the battery. So of course, we want a smart battery set up right there, hooked up to power, as well as some automation wires. And they are gonna move over to the generators. That was obviously a little mishap on my end, but at least it seems to prove that the cooling system is working here. The freezing point of ethanol is minus 114 degrees, so we don't even need to worry about that now. There's my battery. I'm gonna set this to 95% and 10%, so ethanol should only be our backup power, but it's gonna avoid us losing our entire power through the night, for instance. That means we can hook up the pipes again and this can go for it. Man, this is gonna help us so much, plus 4,000 watts, just imagine. Good, and at this point I think we're ready to cool down the items again from the volcano. Where is this happening? I totally forgot where I cut this off. Probably here. Yeah, that looks suspicious. Okay, now it's working again. Our first liquid cargo tank is empty, one more to go. I'm then gonna fly the rocket back and we can get ourselves ready for the last mission, which is gonna be to go back to Koldito in order to start setting up the iron volcano infrastructure. But I'm only gonna do that with one duplicant after remodeling the rocket a little bit. Alrighty, we are back on the main planetoid, and as you can see, I expanded the Ratboard engine bay a little bit. My intention is to move this rocket all the way over here so that I can actually have 2 rockets with different purposes and I don't have to remodel the rocket every time. It just doesn't make too much sense. So I stripped this of everything unnecessary and now we should still have enough range. Let me see, 4 tiles. So all we want to do is basically move up into orbit. And hold on, I only want to do this with Ellie. Where is Ellie? Right there. We can begin the launch sequence. I'm also gonna rename this platform into Ratbolt 2. There goes the rocket, wonderful, and it can come down immediately again. Wanna change the target again, and this time we choose another platform right there. Okay, and it comes back, hopefully at the correct spot. Yeah, there we go. Here it is. Nice. Now, because we have everything together, we are also filling up the oxygen again. I believe that's how it's supposed to work. Well, right now I cut it off, but there we go. Oxygen should be filled up again. And also we want to move the Spacefarer module down, but maybe let's first swap this module here with the real engine. We currently don't have 500 kilograms of steel. That is probably because I used all the steel up for these tasks. Steel is probably not necessary the way I observed it, but I just want to make sure, and eventually we're gonna have so much steel. It's just right now probably I don't have a high enough priority for the steel. I need someone to actually come by and do that. So let's set that up to 8, maybe even just temporarily. But there we go. Now something is actually happening. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you, Harold. There it is, our Ratbolt engine. Let's swap it. And then we also need to implement some automation to also cover this engine. I think we don't even have to make a separate signal. All we have to do is take some steel wiring and bring this over. And bring this over yonder. Actually, that's not going to do the trick because this is now lit up. Yeah, we have to separate the signals. Sorry. So either the signal is coming from this rocket port or it's going to come from the other rocket port. But either way, we have to make sure we have a filter gate in there somewhere. So I'm going to have one here, another one there. And now what we can do is bring the wire up a little bit and then lead it into this slot. And that should make sure both signals are separate. If they are both turned on, it doesn't really matter. Okay, having a look at the interior. What did we cover? We need to cover the piping here. Let's do that. Maybe first things first, this needs to move all the way down on top of the rocket port. So it's at the correct spot. And there we are now filling this up with water as well. We can also set up a pipe here to fill up the interior pipes with even more oxygen. And then as you can see, the oxygen right here is also moving into the rocket. Now, do we need the battery module for this one? Probably not. I think I want to bring some more igneous rock with me for building materials. And then maybe something very important is a bunch of reed fiber to fix my atmosuits. And maybe just because we can, a little bit of iron, 5 tons. Okay, it looks like my cabling is in place. We should be seeing a reaction soon. You know what? It doesn't work with the cabling the way I thought it would, because this is sending a green signal now. This signal could be red, but it doesn't work. It should work with the lower cabling, but what I have to do with the upper one is continue it, and then we can just duplicate the NOT gate here. And we also lead it into the AND gate. Easy as that. We'll probably have to remove some blocks here to access this. Oh, there we go. I think the cabling has been built, and like that, it seems to be working just fine. Now we basically have OR gates for both wires. So in theory, we can rebuild this wire to go straight, and we don't need the filter gate here at the bottom. It's just the top one that we had to modify. Something else I would like to take with me is one atmosuit. I'm not sure, it's probably 1 kilogram. Where's the clothing? I just want one additional atmosuit in here that isn't worn. Well, you look at that. One atmosuit fills this entire storage bin. It says 200 kilograms, but that is not really true. I don't really get it. Are we ready to get this rocket launched? No, we need to gather up a little bit more rat bolts. Oh no, Meep! I'm so sorry. Oh no, Meep! Get out of there! Jeez, is something... No, I think that was the last one for a while. I think, Meep, you deserved a little bit of rest, but it took away all that nice radiation. Maybe we shouldn't rebuild this while the contraption is active, you know. I think I'm gonna make a little depot here for my nuclear waste, so I have a place to dump it for now. You know, considering this only needs to be a living habitat, I believe I'm just gonna stack this up with solar panels and then connect it to the planetoid as well. So this is gonna help us in the end keep the power up even better, and we have nothing better to build on this rocket. Nice, look at that, we're almost fueled up. I actually really like that. So now we have 2 Rapbolt rockets. I would say the third one would be a little bit too far away with the loss of the Rapbolts. This one already takes quite a bit to load up. If I were to rebuild this, I would probably add more of these Rapbolt chambers, so I could at least refuel one entire rocket in one go. Wow, check out this rocket speed, 2.5 tiles per cycle, not too shabby. It's probably because of the low module burden of the solar panels. But yeah, we're almost done refueling this. What is our range? 17 tiles, that would already be enough to make it to Koldito and back, but I'm just gonna wait for it to completely fuel up, or at least until we have 18 tiles remaining. Yeah, I think we can do it. If we change that, what is the distance? 8 tiles, so that would be 16 tiles, 2 tiles to spare. I like that. And we're gonna make our way straight over there. Yeah, I don't see a reason why not to do it. Let me just have one quick look back into it. We don't want this grounded, for instance. We now have materials here, igneous rock, as well as some reed fiber. We got some iron and an atmos suit, an extra one with oxygen. Plenty of food. Yeah, I don't see how anything could go wrong. So we're gonna enable the atmos suit checkpoint as well. Let Ellie come here, and then we can go on this adventure. There she is. We want to begin the launch sequence. Wait, Ellie, are you going back in? Yeah, thank you. I was just about to say. And now we should also see the heat going through the tiles here and then being sucked in again. Maybe there's a way to catch even more heat and transfer it over with a bunch of temp shift plates, but for now, that's fine. Let's have a look at the rocket. Yeah, there we go. The suit is in there. Ellie is cool and happy, and it's gonna take just a little while. 2.4 cycles to actually get to Koldito. That is record time. But yeah, with that out of the way, I'm gonna wrap it up for today, and we will see us once we are ready to actually do some work on Koldito the next time. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Have a great time and see you soon. Bye bye.